From the All Indiana Podcast Network.
The All Indiana Podcast Network.
This is the News 8 Daily 8.
Now all the latest news.
Kylie Conway has all the news you need to know.
And more.
Please stand by.
Now, here's Wish TV's Kylie Conway.
Hi, this is Kylie Conway, and this is the News 8 Daily 8 for Friday, August 28th. Happy Friday, everybody. Hopefully you have some good weekend plans. But for today, you're going to want to keep that umbrella around. Several rounds of showers and storms are possible through today. Isolated strong to severe storms are not out of the question for this afternoon and evening. We're going to have another warm and muggy day with highs topping out in the mid-80s. The active weather pattern is going to continue into your Saturday with some showers and storms possible, but Sunday is looking great. Picture perfect day in store with dry and comfortable conditions, highs in the upper 70s to low 80s throughout the weekend. Some local breaking news are following this morning. A woman is dead in a shooting on the northeast side of Indianapolis. Around midnight, police were called to Brentwood Drive, that's near 42nd and Post Road. Police say the woman died at the hospital. Officers tell us several witnesses are being interviewed right now. Our team at the scene right now, they said that they saw people there at the scene very emotional and upset. According to police, a security guard's vehicle was set on fire at one point. The Indianapolis Fire Department was called to put that out. President Trump is hitting the campaign trail. He'll hold a rally in New Hampshire tonight after formally accepting his re-nomination last night. The final night at the Republican National Convention also featured Trump's daughter and senior advisor Ivanka Trump, as well as GOP leaders on Capitol Hill. Representative Kevin McCarthy and Senator Mitch McConnell both spoke. Republicans blame Democrats for recent violence in some American cities, coming the same week as protests turned deadly in Kenosha over the police shooting of a black man. And meanwhile, people were protesting outside the White House. Chants and music from protesters echoed through the streets as the president spoke. A large crowd of demonstrators gathered on the 2-block stretch of the street, renamed Black Lives Matter Plaza. And Joe Biden's running mate, Kamala Harris, hammered President Trump and the Republicans in a speech yesterday. The Democratic nominee for vice president called out what she considers a lack of attention paid to racial unrest and the response to the coronavirus pandemic.
The numbers that define this crisis are staggering. We cannot look the other way or allow ourselves to become numb to them. Nearly 6 million confirmed cases of the coronavirus. 180,000 lives lost. More than 50 million claims for unemployment this year alone. We need to see and we need to hear what is happening in our country.
Harris spoke before the convention in what was meant to be a prebuttal to President Trump's speech. Catastrophic, that is how Indianapolis public school leaders are describing a possible loss in state funding. News 8's Demi Johnson explains the concerns.
Earlier this month, Republican State Senator Roderick Bray sent a letter to Indiana school districts saying if they started the year only online, they could lose 15% of their state funding, citing current Indiana law. IPS is one of the districts that started the year virtually. Superintendent Alicia Johnson says the district would lose about $20 million. Johnson says that would be an issue because an unplanned $27 million that has already been spent due to COVID-19. $16.5 million and growing has been invested in e-learning devices this year. IPS Chief Financial Officer Weston Young says the warning to lose funding came as a surprise after Governor Eric Holcomb promised schools would receive full funding for the 2020-2021 year. Young says he believes IPS will have enough money to get through this year, but he has serious concerns about the following.
That is what is required to do school in today's school year. That said, to be still talking about what the funding will be and deliberating on that is unfortunate. It causes us to have uncertainty in our cash flow. If anything, we need certainty in our cash flow to know how we can serve kids better when they come back.
State Superintendent of Public Instruction Jennifer McCormick has called on Governor Holcomb to convene a special session to make sure schools get the funding they were promised. So far, Governor Holcomb has not said if that will happen. If no special session is called, school funding will likely not be addressed until January when the General Assembly reconvenes.
Again, that was Demi Johnson reporting.
Searching for a romantic summer getaway? Escape with Rich Girl Summer, the new Audible original from Lily Chu. the exquisitely talented Philippa Sue, returning to narrate her 5th Lily Chu title. This time, Philippa is joined by her real-life husband, Stephen Pasquale. Set in Toronto's wealthy cottage country, aka the Hamptons of Canada, Rich Girl Summer follows the story of Valerie, a down-on-her-luck event planner posing as a socialite's long-lost daughter, while piecing together the secrets surrounding a mysterious family and falling deeper and deeper in love with the impossibly hard-to-read and infuriatingly handsome family assistant, Nico. Caught between pretending to belong and unexpectedly finding where she truly fits in, Valerie learns her summer is about to get far more complicated than she ever planned. She's in over her head and head over heels. Listen to Rich Girl Summer now on Audible. Go to audible.com/richgirlsummer.
And all Indianapolis public schools will undergo a series of audits in an effort to stop unfair treatment of minority students. These will be conducted through an organization called Promise 54. The purpose of the audits is to find and eliminate gaps in education. Racial Equity Director Patricia Payne says the district had to admit fault before it could move forward. The plans come 2 months after the district announced it was adopting racial equity and Black Lives Matter policies. Indiana University tells members of 8 Greek houses to quarantine for 14 days. According to the school, the decision was made over an alarming increase in positive COVID-19 cases. University officials have told all communal living spaces to suspend in-person activities until at least September 14th. At Purdue University, 2 Greek houses have students in quarantine as well. The Indiana State Department of Health confirmed 6 more deaths related to the coronavirus. They happened between Sunday and Wednesday this week. 3,047 people in Indiana have now died from complications due to COVID-19. State health officials reported 1,164 new cases. 90,504 people in Indiana have now been diagnosed with the virus. The Colts, Pacers, Fever, and Indy 11 are taking a stand against racial injustice in the wake of the Jacob Blake shooting in Wisconsin. The Fever game was canceled last night. Pacers Sports and Entertainment released a statement committing to end racism and promoting social justice. The Colts opted out of a practice yesterday. The U.S. National Hurricane Center has downgraded Laura to a tropical depression as the storm system crosses Arkansas. Laura smashed across the Louisiana coast as a Category 4 hurricane early yesterday. The system maintained hurricane strength for about 11 hours before being downgraded to a tropical storm. In Lake Charles, Louisiana authorities confirmed 6 people have died from the storm, including a 14-year-old girl who died when a tree landed on her family's mobile home. It's also where a part of a large transmission tower snapped and toppled into the studios of a Lake Charles television news station. The general manager of KPLC-TV said no one was hurt, and the team continued to report from sister stations in other parts of the state. And threats from the remnants of Laura are continuing hundreds of miles inland. Forecasters have issued a string of tornado warnings for Mississippi and Arkansas. The National Weather Service says Laura could dump as much as 7 inches of rain on Arkansas as it continues moving north away from Louisiana. Indiana Task Force 1 is on the ground helping with relief efforts there. The group posted some updates it's been giving them through social media. Some of the photos show some extensive damage, roofing laying against buildings, uprooted trees, and debris scattered across streets. The city of Indianapolis could be out $500,000 from parking fees not collected on streets closed for expanded restaurant seating. We looked at the contract between Indianapolis and Park Indy. Anytime a meter is taken out of service, the city's charged a flat rate to make up the lost revenue. When Mass Ave and Broad Ripple Avenues reopen to traffic after Labor Day, the city will be owed an estimated $450,000 in parking fees. DPW has used Federal CARES Act money for the fees they've paid Park Indy. Park Indy would not comment for this story and directed us to DPW. Home sales in central Indiana are seeing unprecedented numbers. Longtime realtors are reporting seeing low inventory for buyers like never before. There's less than 1 month of inventory across the 16-county area. That means it's a great time to sell, but can be tough to buy because there are so few homes and they're going quickly. Experts say sellers are getting offers in a matter of hours, not weeks or months. Low interest rates are one of the contributing factors. Johnson and Shelby counties are the hottest markets in central Indiana with the lowest inventory on the books. A large frozen food distribution facility will not be built in Brownsburg after all. The town pulled plans for Project Isle. It had been slated for property along Ronald Reagan Parkway and County Road 400 North. People who spoke out against the plan say it would have increased traffic, made the area too noisy, and cut property values. The Brownsburg Advisory Plan Commission was scheduled to discuss the project Monday, and it is no longer on the agenda. Remember to catch our game of the week on our sister station, My Indy TV 23. Second-ranked 6A Carmel takes on third-ranked 5A Cathedral tonight. You can watch it live starting at 7 p.m. This has been your News 8 Daily 8 for Wish TV. I'm Kylie Conway. Online at wishtv.com and follow us on Facebook when you search Wish TV.
Check out more podcasts from the All Indiana Podcast Network now at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.
allindianapodcastnetwork.com.